In the last video, we looked at how to navigate the BandLab sounds library and use it to find some samples or loops that we can use in our work. In this lesson, we're going to have a look at how to find specific samples depending on what you're looking for. So when we first click on this BandLab sounds button, we can see it brings us up to the first page which says packs. So it's got lots of samples organized by the type of music. So we can see this one here is jazz, whereas this one here is hip hop. So if you have a certain vibe that you're looking for, you might find a pack that works really well, and it's got sounds grouped together that work well together. If we click on one of the packs, we can see that it has lots of different instruments, but they would all work quite well together. We've got some piano, we've got some guitar, it's got some snare, tambourine, percussion, so all drum kit style things. So we could use that to find loops that are going to work nicely together. What I like to do when I'm looking for specific samples is I'll hit on this samples button, and that takes me to a full library of every single sample that lives in the BandLab Sounds library. Now, because I don't want to scroll through thousands of samples, I'm going to use filters to find exactly what I'm looking for. So if I hit this down arrow, the first thing that I will go for is to filter it by the instrument. So if I click on that one, I can choose what kind of instrument I'm looking for. So maybe I'm looking for some trumpet. So I'm going to hit this brass option, but we can see that there are over 3,000 samples that use brass. So I might have to do a bit more refining. I might have to use another filter to help me find what I'm looking for. Maybe I'll filter by genre or type of music. If I'm looking for some brass, that's going to work well with my EDM, my electronic dance music song, maybe I'll click on that. Or maybe I'm looking actually more for like a reggae kind of vibe. So whatever it is that you're looking for, you might use that and click on it to help filter your samples. Lots of options. You might want to filter by the speed. So BPM is beats per minute. If you want a really slow one, maybe you use that, or maybe you want to find a really fast one. That might be a way that you filter. So there's lots of different options. I'm going to filter by genre, and I'm going to pick the reggae. And then I'm just going to find this little up arrow to close all those filters. So now I can actually see which samples and which options I am left with. So you can use those play buttons like we looked at to listen to your different options and then drag your chosen samples onto your workstation. If this option comes up, always press that white button, the set, so that everything will sound nicely together in the same key. So that's just a little how-to on filtering your samples in the BandLab Sounds library.